Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. Today I'm going to talk about cleaning my own home gym, but also about cleaning up in general because look how good I look in these clothes from Oliver's Apparel. They sent me this nice pair of shorts, a nice fresh t-shirt which can be used for both training or just general lifestyle stuff. And it's not very often where I can wear stuff in the gym and outside the gym and not have my wife be extremely embarrassed of me. This stuff not only feels great, but it looks pretty great too. And they're sponsoring this video, and it's nice that they're number one from the United States, and all their clothing is actually made out in Los Angeles, which is also very rare these days. I'll talk more about them as the video goes on. But back to the topic at hand, which is cleaning your own home gym. So let me kind of talk about why I do this. And to me, it's definitely peace of mind, number one. Coming into a nice, clean, well-maintained space is very soothing and makes me feel better about what I'm doing down here. And it was true even when I was training in public or private gyms. If I went to a place that was messy or dirty, it just didn't really put off a good vibe. Cleanliness is for me. And as you can probably tell, I'm pretty anal about a lot of that stuff. But also just when it comes to the life expectancy of a lot of your equipment, the more you maintain it and the better care you take of it, the longer it's going to last you. And if you're training at home, we usually invest a lot of money and we want to take care of the things that we own. So cleaning it and cleaning up in general is just a good practice. And lastly, I mentioned I was a little bit anal. The fact that I film for YouTube too, that also helps. But I've also been doing a lot of my mobility work down here in the basement. So I tend to do this first thing in the morning when I wake up, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes of just very passive stretching. And as part of that, given that this is kind of a shared space where I have all my lawn equipment right off to the side, so my lawnmower, my seed spreader, and also my I was going to say baby equipment, but my baby equipment's actually housed in these Oliver shorts. But all the stuff from the past year of having my son that he's outgrown already, we just kind of throw in the basement. Not to mention we have a walkout patio right out there, so people are walking up and down all over the place. So there's a lot of buildup and grime that just gets accumulated. So cleaning it is obviously something that I like to do every couple of weeks or just when it's warranted. So even though it looks great on YouTube, it's probably because every 3 weeks or so I'm down here cleaning it. The nice thing is cleaning it is very easy, and I'm gonna walk you through exactly how I do that. Now, if I'm feeling really aggressive, what I'll do is I'll get a microfiber cloth to start, and I'll wipe down some of the items here in the basement. So I'll wipe down the cage. It tends to build up a little bit of dust. Maybe I'll wipe off that new HPND reverse hyper from Titan because I haven't used it really yet since I bought it, which is another area of hot debate. Maybe the deadlift platform, maybe the Airdyne bike, definitely the benches as well. I have just some spray for that I'll also use just to make sure that those things are maintaining well. Even though the basement doesn't get too hot, having a greasy bald head can tend to put a little bit of a grease spot on some of those benches. And I'm sure we've all been to a commercial gym before where you see those benches that have like the padding is all cracked and hardened and gross, or you don't want to put your head where someone else's sweaty dome piece has been. I make sure that I clean my benches down too. After that, it's simple as just taking the shop vac and running it over the flooring here. And I try to make sure I get up all that excess debris that either I loosened up from the wiping down process or that is just, again, accumulated from people walking back and forth and have tracked in. It doesn't take very long to do. If you don't have a shop vac, a regular vacuum will work as well. I then get some diluted cleaner. Now I say diluted just because some of the cleaner says you don't have to dilute it, but I think it lasts longer that way, and I don't think it's necessary to use the full strength stuff. But I take a little bit of cleaner, I put that in a spray bottle I got off of Amazon for like $1 or $2, dilute it with water, and then what I'll do is I'll just go to each stall mat individually, spray a little bit of that cleaning solution on it, get a sponge mop, and really just work it in. Now I do it this way for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's very easy for me to make sure that I clean everything going stall mat by stall mat. But number two, I used to in the past just get a big bucket full of water and a traditional mop. And the problem is that got really messy really quick. There tended to be a lot of excess water. And in a home gym space with these stall mats, having the water get into the cracks and under the mats left for some pretty funky smells, and it could even potentially develop some mold. So I try to avoid using as excess liquid as I can. In some cases, some people might not even want to do that, but I do find it makes the stall mats themselves look a lot better afterwards. So I go stall mat by stall mat, spray a little solution on, just work it in lightly with the mop, move on to the next one till I'm completely done, and then I just let it dry. The nice thing about not using a ton of liquid is that it actually dries pretty quickly, so that's really cool as well. And if I need to go back and hit it one more time with the shop vac, then I'll do that. But that's literally it. It probably takes 20 minutes max. In most cases, as I mentioned, I'll do this every couple of weeks or just as warranted. As the floor starts to get pretty gross, I'll be like, all right, it's time to clean it. So it's very easy and it's non-intrusive to your normal day. In fact, I'll usually do it on my off days or on a weekend really quick. There are other things you can clean, obviously, like barbells. I've done a whole separate video on that. I'll link it in the description as well as at the end of the video itself. But that's pretty much just how I clean my gym. It works pretty well for me. Now, before I kind of give you my normal sign off, I do want to thank Oliver's Apparel one more time for the sweet gear that they sent me. This pair of shorts, this t-shirt, again, very comfortable, very high quality feeling, and I really do appreciate that they're made right here in the United States. I'll link both of the items they sent me in the description box below, as well as their website, obviously, so you can check it out if you're interested. But that being said, if there's other things around the gym that you do to clean that I'm not doing that you think I need to do, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you have any specific questions about the things that I use or where I got them, you can ask me that as well. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.